Hey guys, and welcome back to this episode of the Weekend Rundown. I'm your host, Drew.
And I'm your host, Daniel. We didn't end up doing a show last week because we had Hurricane Idalia that we were dealing with.
Idalia.
Which luckily it missed us. It went a little farther north.
Yeah, it kind of hit some other people.
But we still had to prepare and get our homes ready and everything.
Yeah, people lost some power and stuff. It was awkward.
Yeah, if we got this little studio we've built flooded out, we wouldn't be able to do any more shows. So
yeah, real bad stuff.
But anyways, welcome back for another one, and we'll just hop right in and ask Drew
what's up,
how his weekend was.
Oh, my weekend. It was good, man. I worked because it was Labor Day weekend. I was supposed to be busy, then it wasn't busy.
It wasn't busy on Labor Day weekend?
I mean, it was, I guess, Saturday, but I went to that event that you went to for Matt, on Saturday.
Oh, but didn't you have to leave and go to work?
Yeah, but they gave me, if you work with me and you snitch me out and you post this to someone, you suck. But they gave me so many Jell-O shots at that thing for free.
Oh, yeah.
That when I went to work, I was like, can I just, go home?
And did they let you?
They almost did not let me.
They almost did not let you, which
Yeah.
would have been a disaster for everybody.
I think they all realized that. Somebody wasn't on the charts, and they're like, I drove all the way here. I really want a spot. And I go, you can have my spot, because, and Artie actually shushed me. He was like, shh. And I was like, oh, are you on my team? Okay, I'm going to walk away. Whatever happens, happens. And then they're like, Drew, you still want to go home? I was like, I said it 7 times. But yeah, other than that, yesterday was Sunday, right? Sunday I had a show in Wesley Chapel, North Tampa. That was pretty cool.
How many people were there for that?
So it's like an old movie theater, or a theater that's been converted into a comedy club. So all the lower seats have been removed, where the bar is, the lower part, how it's it's a stadium seating kind of.
Yeah.
So everything from the bar under was removed, and it was tables that people could sit at. And there was probably in those seats 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably 12 people down there, 11 people down there. And then up top where past those seatings were, there was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably there was probably 35 to 40 people there at any given point. It wasn't bad.
No, it's not a bad turnout.
And it was cool because it was inside a movie theater,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was one of the most real looking stages,
I saw it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I didn't see it live, but I saw it.
Oh, you mean you saw the set and you thought it was pretty funny? Thanks, man. I'm working pretty hard to be funny. So I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I don't know. You guys can't see I'm smiling right now.
He is smiling.
Yeah, so other than that, man, my weekend was just preparing for Austin in a few weeks. So how was your weekend, dude? What'd you do?
My weekend was full.
You're kind of far away from your mic.
Oh, my bad. My weekend was full of birthday parties.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, it was your wife's birthday and your son's birthday?
Well, my son's birthday was...
a week ago?
Yeah, the hurricane weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's why that got fucked.
So, actually, that got messed up because my kids had strep throat. But, so we ended up having to do that this past weekend. So we had that birthday party on Friday. It was my wife's birthday on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we attended the birthday party of a friend who, their child for my kids. It was a pool party thing all my kids went to.
Oh, I see. So it was you kind of had to go.
Yeah, I got dragged along because I had way too many kids. And so it's too hard for one parent to take 3 kids at their current age anywhere alone.
Brutality at its finest.
We do it. I'm not saying we don't. We have to do it all the time, but it sucks, and it's a lot easier.
It's just easier if both parents go. It's like, hey, I could do this, but everyone's gonna have a bad time.
But then yesterday, I went off on a 13-year-old boy.
13. Let me remind you, the listeners at home, he's talking a lot about kids and his kids and other people's kids. None of his kids are that old.
None of my kids are what?
None of your kids are 13, because the segue there kind of made it sound like you went off on one of your kids.
No, I'm saying there was... I'm talking about Rocket League. I don't know if you've ever played Rocket League. But
See, guys, it sounded real bad. At first, it sounded like he went off on his kids, and I know that those aren't his kids, but Rocket League is even funnier because that's just some kid trying to enjoy his day after school.
he was not trying to enjoy his day after school. It's actually Labor Day. So he shouldn't have freaking...
He should have been at the barbecue with the fam, is what you're saying?
Yeah, he shouldn't even been playing the game.
Are you dadding this kid
Hold on,
when
stop.
you're not his dad?
Stop. Listen.
Okay,
All right,
stop.
you got to know all the facts.
Okay,
all right?
but that's kind of funny.
So I'm playing a tournament, and in a tournament, it's 2 versus 2. I don't get to pick who my partner is. I'll just get a random.
All right.
Sometimes, never do I get a piece of shit like this kid.
Okay, first time.
First time I ever got. I've been banned from this game one time because I said something really, really mean, like as mean as you could think of to somebody.
I've heard you say some mean stuff to people.
I won't put it out there.
I'm sure it had something to do with
This time I didn't
lighting.
say anything that mean because I knew he was a child. And this one was on the mic. But, yeah, so I'm playing the game, and the other team scores the first goal, and he didn't fly up and save it. And I'm not even wearing my headset. It's just over on the table, and I hear this kid say something like, "Oh, can't hit the ball." And I'm like, he's got to be talking about himself. There's no way. There's no fucking way this kid's talking about me right now, you know? There's no chance. And so then we keep going, and then I score a goal, and he says, "You should have passed it." It's fucking strange. I scored the goal. Anyways, I still don't put the headset on. I'm like, this kid's pretty toxic. You know what I'm saying? This kid seems a little like...
You still weren't in the sludge yet.
Not even putting the fucking headset on. And then I score another goal. And then I don't think he said anything that time. He didn't say anything that time. And then I set him up for a perfect goal. And then the other team proceeded to pour goals onto us. And we went from leading 3-1 to being down 5-3. And once we were down 5-3, I hear this little shit say, "Oh, it's because my teammate fucking sucks." And I was like, this bitch, are you kidding me right now? So I immediately grabbed the headset.
That's the moment.
I unmuted it, and I said, "Are you fucking kidding me? You can eat shit, little boy. How fucking old are you? Why the fuck aren't you in school?" And he said, dog. And I said, "Shut the fuck up. You're a little white kid from the burbs." He said, "You are too." And I said, "No, I'm not calling you my dog." And then I told him, oh, and then he told me to quit the game. He said, "Quit the game." And then he called me dog water. He called me dog water. So I ended up just calling this kid dog water for the last 3 minutes of the game. And I didn't move my car. And I said, "Why don't you get one fucking shot? If you get one shot on their goal or save one of their shots, then I'll start playing again." And I'm just watching this kid try to get a shot or something. He's like, "Oh, you could have saved that." And I'm like, why would I save it? Do I want to win this match and play another one with you? No, you're fucking dog water, kid. You're fucking dog water. Oh, look, you can't make the save because you're fucking dog water. And so that's my new thing, is dog water.
You're going to steal it from this kid.
Yeah.
That, like...
Dog water. I feel like I can't get banned for dog water. I haven't been banned for it yet, like the incident.
Yeah, he says yet, which means you've been using it since earlier?
No, I'm saying from that incident. It's been a little bit of time since that incident.
I
get banned. I usually get emailed when they're going to ban me.
Maybe he didn't report you because he's like, "Dude, I was being a piece of shit."
Yeah, I snapped though when I put that headset on. I was just like, "Why don't you just go eat shit, you little fucking bitch?" I was so mad, man.
Oh,
holy
man.
shit! My thumb was shaking. I was trying to That's really why I stopped playing. Was because I couldn't press the buttons. I was so fucking mad at this little kid.
I mean, I play games like that sometimes where I have to stop playing because these people piss me off, and they try to be like, "Oh, like jungle different," and I'm like, "Me? Are you talking about me when you were the one who literally walked away?"
And it's like I wanted to leave. That's what I wanted to do. But since he told me to do it, now I was like, now I gotta fucking stay in this game for 3 minutes calling this kid fucking dog water. And it was just unbelievable.
You're like, freaking dog water, kid.
Yeah. And that will be the most memorable moment of this weekend, even though there was 3 birthdays, I promise you. Because I was fucking shaking with adrenaline.
Dog water, kid.
Fucking dog water. Plus, I'm going to use that for the rest of my life. I'm going to be 90 years old calling bitches dog water.
Well, we heard you still, but you were a little bit away from your mic.
Oh, well, I'm a little closer now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Dog water. People are going to be dog water.
This team's dog water.
The
Chiefs are going to lose on Thursday because they're fucking dog water.
Your wife's going to be like, oh, how's this brisket I made? You're going to be like, oh.
Dog water. I wouldn't dare. Okay.
I was like, definitely not dog water. Oh, man. Stupid. That's fucking stupid. But maybe we should not talk about our weekends anymore and go into the next part. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
All right. So what do we have today? We have today is September 6th. So it's September 6th. Past moments reported presently with Daniel.
There you go.
Take it away.
Almost fumbled there.
I fumbled a little bit. I picked it back up.
You picked it up. I give you credit. All right. So today, September 6th, in 1522.
Long time ago.
Ferdinand Magellan's ship becomes the first to circumnavigate the globe. The Victoria arrives at Sanlúcar de Barrameda in Spain.
Sounds fun.
Becoming the first vessel to circumnavigate the globe. 3 years earlier, Ferdinand Magellan had set out from Spain with the Victoria and 4 other ships in hopes of finding a western route to Indonesia.
And 4 other trips.
But though the Victoria made it back to Spain, Magellan didn't. He was killed in battle in the Philippines in April 1521.
Dumbass. Made it almost around.
Yeah.
The boat
He died a year before it came back, though.
Yeah, because after that, they were like, bro, we just need to fucking go back.
Yeah. 1901, September 6th. President William McKinley was shot.
Does it say what president he was? Because I don't know.
President William... no, it doesn't, but I think you can look at that up.
I'm going to do it.
President William McKinley is shot by Leon Zolgos at the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York. Though McKinley initially survived, he succumbed to gangrene on September 14th.
Oh, that sounds so punk rock.
Zolgos was executed that October, and McKinley's vice president, Theodore Roosevelt, became president.
McKinley was the 25th president of the United States. It says he was assassinated in 1901. Is that what this says? 1901?
Number 25. Yeah, 1901.
25 is a good number, even though he got assassinated. So wait, if you get killed by the gangrene, you're still assassinated?
Oh, if the gangrene was due to the gunshot.
God damn, that's that long con.
Yeah, if you didn't get killed with the gun, if you didn't get shot, you wouldn't have got the gangrene. You wouldn't have.
That guy was like at home, and he's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot him in the foot. And he's going to get gangrene.
Yeah.
He's gonna
well,
die.
and it didn't take that many days. It took, 7 or 8 days? Because he died on September 14th.
I don't know if back then they could remove like the things if they were in your body, like the bullets.
Oh, I'm sure they could.
If it was in like a limb, not if it was like in you.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
also, I don't know anything. I'm just speculating.
I mean, this article doesn't even tell me where he was shot.
Right, I'm just guessing if he got shot in the torso, it'd be a lot harder than them to get a bullet out of the leg.
1949, Howard Unruh commits America's first mass shooting.
Oh, discounting all the times we mass shot Native Americans.
Right. Howard Unruh kills 13 people in Camden, New Jersey.
That place is
Considered
fucked.
America's first mass shooting, the violence unfolded over just 12 minutes as Unruh went on a walk of death.
Metal.
He allegedly set out on the rampage after squabbling with his neighbors.
Sheesh.
And later told a psychologist that he would have killed 1,000 if he'd had enough bullets.
Jesus, dude. Can you imagine the guy where he ran out of bullets that got to beat the living fuck out of him?
Yeah. We got 1951. William S. Burroughs kills Joan Vollmer.
Jeez, dude, this is a dark-ass day.
Yeah, William S. Burroughs shoots and kills his wife, Joan Vollmer, in Mexico City.
Darker.
Vollmer allegedly died during a drinking game when Burroughs told her to put a gin glass on her head so he could show off his new pistol. Burroughs was able to buy his way out of jail and flee Mexico for the United States, but Mexican authorities convicted him in absentia of manslaughter.
Guys, if you're liking and enjoying the episode and want us to make some more great content for you, you could go down to the bottom and click support the show. It's either like a one-time $3 charge, or you can give $3 every month, and that would really help. We could just keep making some good episodes for you. If you can't do that, we ask that you go and rate us in whichever platform that you listen to and share us wherever you can. It means a lot to us, so we can keep making some great episodes for you guys, the listeners, the ones that we do it for the most. Thank you.
Oh, they're like, hey, just because you got out doesn't mean that we're like okay with it.
Right. 1992, Chris McCandless's body is discovered on September 6th.
Brutal.
Chris McCandless's body is discovered in an abandoned bus along the Stampede Trail in Alaska near Denali National Park. About 2 years earlier, after graduating from college, McCandless... I'm back. I'm sorry. McCandless had set out to live a nomadic lifestyle. His travels brought him to Alaska, where he died at the age of 24, possibly after ingesting toxic seeds. Now, if you don't know, Chris McCandless is the person portrayed in the movie Into the Wild.
Yes. It's this kid who basically, he's super smart, doesn't really like the way that society's ran. So he decides he's going to kind of, does he hitchhike to Alaska?
He burns all of his money. I think he drives there and then he crashes his car, burns all of his money, and sets out to
he didn't even care. Like I'm pretty sure he was working at a Burger King to raise money to keep going.
No, he had a Harvard
degree
scholarship. No, a scholarship. It was right out of high school when he went.
Was it?
It says he died at 24. Yeah, that says he died at 24, so maybe it wasn't right out of high school.
It says he graduated from college.
So maybe he did go to college, but it was a nice college. And
his parents paid for a good school. He came from a good family.
The thing is, he hitchhiked at some point, because I read an article that said that some hitchhiker told him that he didn't think he was dressed well for the
Alaska
environment. Yeah, for the wilderness. And he said, "Oh no, I'm fine." And he asked him if he had a map, and he said no. And the guy offered him a map, and he said, "No, I don't need one." And he went out. Well, if he had taken that map or any other map clearly had marked on it that 2 mile or so. So the issue was he couldn't cross this river because
it was too fast moving.
Yeah, the summer warmed it up. It was frozen when he crossed it originally, and then it warmed up and he couldn't cross back over. Now, if he had a map, he would have realized that 2 miles down there was actually a bridge that crossed over that river.
Right, but he had no idea because he didn't want the map.
He had no idea because he didn't have the map. And about 3 miles, a mile from that point, was also, that would have been marked on any map, was a shelter that was stocked all the time with food and water.
So he just did it to himself because he didn't want to.
He
didn't want help.
It's a very wild place that he was at. I'm not saying he was right by the interstate. These are things that were built in the wild by other people that venture out there.
Right. But he could have hiked 3 miles and had food and shelter.
He could have got across, and if he would have had a map, he would be alive today.
Right. That sucks.
Yeah.
Pretty shitty stuff, man. That was a pretty dark in today.
That was a dark one. They're usually dark.
Yeah, usually it's about people dying or being born. Not a lot of births in that one.
No.
Is what it is, though. I'm going to go into my next article unless you have anything else you want to say about that.
No, we can go ahead and hop
First
in.
article of the day. This one's fucking stupid. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. It says, scientist wears giant bird head for a year to befriend real birds.
Sounds silly.
Comma.
I've
fails.
seen people without them
Says he fails.
make friends with birds. He fails?
Yeah, a Japanese scientist studies
Surprise.
the language of birds, wore a giant bird mask on his head for an entire year in order to trick a nest of great tits to allow him to approach them. I feel like that's got to be made up. Toshitaka Suzuki. It sounds made up.
No. That name sounds legit.
An associate professor at the University of Tokyo recently shared a bizarre photo of a man wearing a giant bird head on Twitter. Turns out that the photo, taken somewhere in the forest of Nagano Prefecture, shows a fellow scientist who decided to wear the disguise, quote, for an entire year in order to get close to a nest of great tits without triggering their distress calls.
But they still distress called.
It says ornithologists and bird behavior experts had noticed that certain bird species were capable of remembering human faces and that they would stop their usual chirping to put out warning calls whenever they saw these individuals approach. Having wound up on the blacklist, the Japanese scientist decided to disguise himself as a bird, be able to approach the other birds. Didn't work. It's literally a picture of a dude with a giant pigeon head on.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty ridiculous. If I was a bird, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, it doesn't look believable.
Like, imagine if you saw somebody with like a really, really unproportioned head. You would be like, he looks like a human, but I'm not buying it.
It literally looks like that, like just a shitty mask, and that's it.
Yeah.
It says at one point the unnamed scientist who conducts research on behavior and evolutionary chemistry of bats and birds had to approach these. I'm going to not stay in these birds. The birds' nests and weigh their chicks. And ever since the birds would switch from their usual chirping to the characteristic P-twoop P warning calls whenever they spotted him, because he's fucking with their chicks, right?
Yeah, you can't be taking people's kids.
It made it hard for the man to conduct his research on their language, so he came up with the idea of the disguise. According to the Professor Suzuki, his colleague wore the disguise for an entire year, but his experiment ended in failure. Whenever they noticed him approaching, they started emitting their warning calls regardless of the mask.
So they could like smell him or something.
Yeah, and it shows him on Twitter with some pretty cool kanji. But it's just funny. This guy failed real hard. At some point, do you think he was like almost done, like 90% done, and he's like, bro, I know it's a failure, but if I don't make it to the full year, that's even more of a failure.
Yeah, I'm sure it was more like I set this goal, I got to complete it type of thing.
Like, even if it fails.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's that guy just looks goofy. And
He
the
was
fact that
very-
he fails to think that guy's getting paid and labeled a scientist.
Right. It makes me know that I can label myself as a comedian, you know?
There you go. You can be anything you want. Just call yourself it.
Yeah, and just do it a lot. What do you got going on?
I got a Brazilian man that spent 28 years of his life legally dead.
Oh.
He's a 71-year-old man from Brazil.
Is he alive still?
He was pronounced dead in 1995 based on the testimony of his ex-wife and 2 witnesses. He spent the next 28 years of his life legally dead. On August,
Where?
In Brazil.
Like, how did no one know he was alive?
I'm getting there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just
hoping to
asking
get
questions.
there. On August 16th, Manuel Marciano da Silva finally
What a name.
had his death certificate annulled after a 2-year-long court battle.
Can I try to say his name?
Yeah.
Manuel Marciano de Silva.
There you go.
Did I say it good?
I think it was good.
All right.
To the Brazilian authorities, he had been dead and buried in the public cemetery of Augustinopolis
So, like, did he have friends?
in Tocantins for 28 years.
He only had
This
online
only
friends?
became a problem for the man himself about 2 years ago when he couldn't collect his pension and couldn't get access to free health care. Based on his insurance, that's when he started investigating his death and learned that it had been his ex-wife and 2 witnesses who had declared him dead to authorities.
Do you think that maybe they lied just so that, like, this guy's like, I need a pension,
I don't know.
and he stole this man's identity, even though he's dead 28 years ago?
I'm sure they did some sort of DNA test. It's unclear why Manuel's ex-wife declared him dead back in 95, but he claims he only found out about it in 2012 when he tried to vote in a local election only to be told that he was not on the list and that he appeared as deceased. At the time, he didn't really care too much about it,
Can you imagine?
but in recent years, his deceased status started affecting his life more significantly. Manuel Marciano da Silva
That sentence
lost
is
his
so
pension
funny.
and was unable to make medical appointments, among other setbacks.
Can you say the other
But
sentence again?
resurrecting, even if only on paper, was much tougher than he had ever imagined. In the end, the what the hell? The septuagenarian needed to hire
No one
a
knows what that word
lawyer
is.
to contest the death certificate and obtain a brand new birth certificate. Why the fuck would they use that word?
Can you say that other sentence again? That was so funny.
What sentence?
Um,
At the time, he didn't really care too much about it, but in recent years, his deceased status started affecting his life more.
his deceased status started affecting his life. Bro, only this man has had the opportunity to say that.
He was off the fucking grid for a while.
Bro, how do you not find the irony in that whole statement? Like, his status as a dead person is affecting his ability to live. Of course it is, because he should be dead.
He's supposed to be dead.
Maybe I just have a dark sense of humor.
A papilloscopic test of his fingerprints helped prove that he was alive.
They do have fingerprinting.
But he also needed several witnesses to confirm that he wasn't actually dead in the end. He managed to come back to life, but the mystery of his death still lingers. Manuel's children believe that their mother, who is illiterate, was misled into declaring him dead, but Manuel himself doesn't really care why it happened. All he cares is that he is back among the living. Interestingly, Manuel's case is far from unique. In the past, we wrote about India's living dead, a man who spent 18 years proving he is alive, an exasperated woman who asked to have her remains tested to prove she is alive, and a woman who fought the government after it declared her dead.
So a lot of people have to go through this.
Yeah. People die and don't actually die all the time.
That sounds like maybe there's not as many dead people as we think.
Yeah, so that's crazy. That guy was dead. He's
not dead. I'm looking at him
He
right
have
now.
to pay taxes for 28 years. I'm sure that, see, if you're in America.
Oh my God. Can you imagine the back taxes from that?
Yeah, if you're in America, you would not want to let him know.
He needs his pension and he needs the health care.
Yeah, that you've been fucking dead for 28 years and just working.
That's so bad. Terrible.
Yep.
You want me to go on, or you want to say anything else about
I got
Homeboy?
nothing more on this. I just think that's
Do you want
crazy.
to talk about some weird shit in China, or do you want to talk about some fake alcohol?
Fake alcohol is pretty cool.
It says company is working on synthetic alcohol that has none of the negative side effects of the real thing.
So no hangovers?
I mean, that's what I'm kind of gathering from that. It says London-based GABA Labs is working on a type of synthetic alcohol called Alcar.
There you go. You got it hard one.
I did. Alcarelli. It's a weird word, which reportedly provides the relaxing effects of alcohol without hangovers, balance deficiencies, or any of its other negative side effects.
Balance deficiency, so you can drive with that shit?
That's what it's saying. The gamma, god damn it, aminobutyric acid, aka GABA, is a neurotransmitter that blocks certain signals in the brain, thus producing a calming effect. When alcohol reaches the brain, it binds to GABA receptors and produces the same effect, relaxing and calming people down. The problem with alcohol is that it also has other negative side effects like hangover, movement difficulties, speaking and thinking problems, etc. GABA Labs is currently working on a type of synthetic alcohol, which is like, sounds like Star Trek synthale, called Alicaria, that is supposed to provide all the positive effects.
That's pretty crazy, dude.
It feels like what a glass of wine feels like, this founder says, but it feels relaxing. It makes you a bit more chatty, a bit more socially engaged with people.
I mean, if it's real...
It says we know where in the brain
crazy.
Alcohol has its good effects and bad effects, and what particular receptors mediate that. GABA, glutamate, and other ones, such as serotonin and dopamine. Nut, this guy's name's Nut, told The Guardian.
Nut.
Yeah. The effects of alcohol are complicated, but you can target the part of the brain you want to target. This sounds like a guy who, like, loves alcohol, but also is fucking genius.
Yeah,
like
it'll put Bud Light and everybody out of business.
Bud Light's gonna have to start making their own. Like every beer company,
well, not if he patents it,
is gonna.
Right? They'd have to wait like 10 years or something.
Oh my god, dude! Patents are weird.
I mean, it's like a new product.
Apparently, alcarlili is a tasteless substance that can be added to other drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, to boost their tipsiness potential. Oh my god, you could put it in your alcohol to get more fucked up?
You put it in your milk.
You could put it in your protein shake?
Yeah, I did.
Out of nowhere, you just like, you put this in and you just want to talk to your wife.
Right.
That's
and it wouldn't make you dizzy or anything.
It says it makes you a little slack around the jaw, a little bit chatty, mellow. So I'm pretty confident people will find it does what they want it to do. That's what the guy says. They hope to launch it by 2026. I'm gonna put.
You need to buy stock in that.
Is that fucked?
It's gonna put shit out of business, bro. People love alcohol. They hate those other parts, though.
I know. Could you imagine? This shit's gonna be so expensive. It says that the product's been in development for quite some time, but the regulatory approval process has been very slow. One potential stumbling block for this is the fact that it has no natural product. Unlike alcohol, which has been produced and consumed for millennia, however, the founders of GAB Labs claim that just because something is natural doesn't automatically make it good for you. That sounds like fucking bullshit.
What? The natural thing?
Yeah. Plus, they are betting that for many, enjoying the positive effects of alcohol without the hangover will be pretty powerful reason. I mean, I'm going to agree with that. But when you try to tell me natural things aren't as good as non-natural things, I just don't want to.
I mean, I think that in some cases, maybe it's true.
But when you say it like that, fuck you. Learn how to say it better. I don't know. You don't make a convincing argument when you don't ask me why I think that. You know, if you're just like say a fucking statement and try to be like, I make fake alcohol. I'm smarter than you. Yeah, I know you are. Fuck off. Like, I don't know. That just offends me a little bit.
Is that what he's saying? He's smarter than?
I think when he says it like that, yeah, he's trying to say he's smarter than me. Oh, just because something's natural doesn't automatically make it good for you. All right, bitch, who's trying to sell something? Like,
oh yeah, he's trying to sell something.
Yeah, like when you're trying to sell something, like butter up a little bit. Put some butter on that bread. Don't just feed me some stale bread and shove it down my throat. I don't know. I'm getting kind of pissed off at this guy. I'm looking at his face, and he's making me mad.
It's like, I don't even want to buy this shit anymore.
No, I want to, but not from him. From maybe his son when this guy dies before 2026. Because he's old. And pretty ugly.
That's funny.
When you say that's funny, do you mean it's mean?
It's mean, but it's funny mean.
It's just how I feel because I don't like when old people talk down to me, you know?
I know what you're saying.
I try not to talk down to
We're
younger
from
people.
Florida, it happens all the time.
Oh, fuck, it does. God, that's why I'm leaving this place. Man, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that was a cool one.
The fake alcohol. It reminds me of Star Trek, hardcore. And I know you're not into Star Trek, but they have a thing where when you're on duty, you can't drink alcohol, and the replicators can't make real alcohol. It's illegal, so they make synthale. And it's like that. And it has like the good effects without the bad effects, but it doesn't have the bite of alcohol. So like people who are used to alcohol don't like it, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. Like the people rough around the edges.
Yeah.
You got something for us here, man? You got a funny one? Do I get to pick between your two, or are you just gonna pick for me?
This is my last one.
Is it? Oh, it is. You're right.
Yeah. And it is a good one. We got a man puts his head into one of the world's most powerful water fountains.
Can I make a statement before you even continue?
Go for it.
I saw in one of those Facebook like minute and a half videos where they tell you a bunch of random videos. It said water was one of the most like concentrated jets of water was one of the most powerful things, even powerful enough to shape and break diamonds.
Yeah, it's pretty intense if you've ever like felt a...
I'm just imagining
like,
this guy might not have an eyeball left.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine like when you're washing your car, that
He
pressure
put his
washer.
fucking head into it. I saw an Instagram girl get her head, like she died because she was doing a video and she hit her head on a sign. And a sign is solid, but those jets of I don't know. This guy's probably dead. Is he dead? I'm going to let you go on.
It says a Swiss man ended up in the hospital after reportedly putting his head into the Jet d'Eau, giant water fountain in Lake Geneva, and being thrown several meters into the air.
Oh, from his head? Fuck, several meters?
According to eyewitness reports, the 20-something man, whose name has not been revealed, somehow breached the security perimeter around Geneva's famous Jet d'Eau water fountain
somehow
and put his head into the nozzle of what is essentially an extremely powerful water cannon.
Water cannon.
The Jet
engaged.
d'Eau pumps out 500 liters of water per second at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour to a height of 140 meters or 460 feet into the air. When the water sprouted out of the fountain, the young daredevil was catapulted backward by the force, which was actually a lucky outcome considered the alternatives. However, this was only his first attempt.
Attempt at what?
Look how high it blows.
There's no... Oh, my God.
Imagine if it blew your head all the way out.
What's funny to me is, this is going to sound so bad. He got sent several meters into the air by the pressure of this water cannon, and all he put in there was his head. And your neck can only take 8 pounds of pressure. This guy's paralyzed, bro. He has to be.
Seemingly not one to be content with having survived a giant water cannon.
Shut
shot
up.
to the
Stop.
head.
Stop right now. Just stop reading.
The Swiss man once again climbed the Jet d'Eau. This time in an apparent attempt to embrace it.
No.
When the powerful jet of water shot out of the fountain, it sent the man flying several meters.
He did it again.
From where he crashed onto the cement platform around the Jet d'Eau.
Did he die?
The man managed to get up from his fall
I hate this guy.
and threw himself into Lake Geneva.
Why?
From where the police
I can't hear you.
alerted
I still can't hear you.
From where the police, alerted by eyewitnesses, ended up fishing him out. He was rushed to the hospital to have his injuries checked, and his condition remains unclear.
Jesus Christ.
I would say bad. His condition is bad.
When they say unclear, they mean... Oh, Oh my god, dude. I can't believe that guy. He wants to die. Like, that was like, he wants a cool way to die. That's it, right?
SIG, the electricity company that owns and runs Jet-to-O.
When you keep continuing the article, I'm like, what more could there be?
One of the world's most powerful water fountains, reportedly intends to file a complaint against the man for trespassing.
Oh my god. That's the only way to make it safe for them.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'm sorry. I think I broke the fucking camera, or the fucking computer whenever you actually
That's the fountain.
said he went back. You're so far away from the mic.
That's the fountain right there.
He put his head into that. It looks like a reverse water spout.
Like a fucking geyser.
Literally like death. It literally has so much pressure that the top is bigger than the bottom. Like, it's... You don't do it. He's not a smart man.
Yeah, it's
What kind of guy was this? A Finnish man?
Swiss.
So it was the Swiss Forrest Gump who did this?
Yeah. Look at that.
I don't know how else to say that.
I don't know.
Besides
why they
the R
just
word.
Chop the top of his head off.
Yeah, no, that's why when... he's dead, dude. This guy has to be dead.
DED dead.
Yeah, bro. Super dead. Ooh, you know what else I did this weekend? Can I go back to my weekend for a second?
What else?
So much Boondocks cartoon, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed that. I know you enjoy the Boondocks because...
Boondocks are funny.
Yeah, I just recently found out that one actress does both the voices of both of the brothers.
Yeah, I knew that.
She's a badass, dude. When I saw her doing it, badass shit.
Yep.
So I got one more. You want me to go into it?
Let's hear it.
You know what it is, right?
I can't remember.
Grilled ice.
Oh, yeah.
Grilled ice. I said it twice because it's so silly.
How do you even grill ice?
Is apparently a real street snack in China. I kind of read into this a little bit before when you were off doing some stuff. It says, videos of people grilling ice cubes and seasoning them with sauces and spices have been going around on Chinese social media and leaving people with unanswered questions. Although I have a feeling we're going to answer them by continuing. Moreover, stir-fried stones, those guys are a thing of the past. It's time for grilled ice cubes to enjoy time in the social media spotlight.
They got to be cheap. It's just water.
If you listen, I'm going to tell you. According to a number of news reports from China, the bizarre street snack was made famous by a short clip of a street food stall in Nanchang, Shanghai province. I'm so glad that I knew how to say that before I read it, because if I had to read that, god damn. In it, we can see large ice cubes being cooked on the open grill. They basically just cook it so that the seasoning and sauces and spices that they put in on the ice cube stay on it. Then they serve that on a plate. And now in the video, no one actually sees anyone eating the dish, but apparently it's a very popular dish on summer days, especially since it's offered as a free treat.
Free treat. Free doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, so basically what they do is they like put sauces and spices. You're getting like barbecued and spiced up ice cube.
I don't think I'd let my kids eat spiced up ice cubes from a stranger.
When you say spice, like, I guess not like Star Wars spice, but spice, like in Japan, it's not it's street food, man. It's just street food.
I get that.
Yeah, I guess it's just a viral video. China news outlets managed to track down the street food stall operator and learn more about it. Apparently, the man came up with the idea for grilling the ice when it was a really hot day as a way to cool people off. It was meant as a joke, but people ended up loving it, so he kept making it because, like, you got to get people coming back, right?
Right.
The bizarre street food doesn't cost anything, but people wanting to try it, and there are reportedly plenty, have to request it in advance.
Damn.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Does this count as cold or hot food? It's tricky because it's cooked over an open flame, but it's not enough for the ice to melt completely. It's really just like spiced ice. It says, does it work with stir-fried pebbles where you can suck the sauce off the stones before spitting them out, or do you just eat the ice as well? No one really knows. You do whatever you want. I feel like Mom would eat the ice.
For sure.
Should I eat it while it's hot, or should I eat it while it's cold? One person said. What is this? Another
I don't
person
think it ever
tweeted.
really gets hot.
Do you not say tweet anymore? Is it X? Are you supposed to say X posted? Because I'm not saying that. Because that makes it sound like I'm going to be like, degeneration, and like suck it, you know?
I mean, that's what it's called now.
I'm not doing it. It's still tweeting. It still says Twitter. It's right here. Whenever you click on like extra buttons and stuff.
Twitter?
Yeah, it's called X on the app, but like through other people that they have like a button, it still says Twitter. Like, so fuck that. I don't know why we're talking about Twitter. Elon Musk just wants to be different because he's more autistic than the rest of us.
Huh.
Yeah, man. I don't know. You look like you're in the zone about something.
No, man, it's just getting late.
Yeah, well, you are a dad and you've got 2 jobs and you got to work a shitload. So we got to do these when we can because they're important.
Sometimes I get tired.
Yeah,
2 o'clock in the morning.
It's only 1:51, dude.
It's like 2 o'clock. If we were rounding, you would have to round up.
I get it. I get it. Your kids are in school and you know terms.
You
Other
asked.
people
I
don't
wasn't
know.
complaining. You asked what the problem was. I was zoning, and I'm telling you.
I thought you were just like looking at that score over there.
No. Not looking at the
Well,
score.
it looks and sounds like Daniel's a little tired. So do you want to start by saying goodnight to these people, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate them joining us, and I hope that they come back next week, and I hope we record a little earlier next week.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's rougher whenever like you need to work both your jobs in the same day, you know?
It is rougher.
It beats you up. But we appreciate you, Daniel, for doing that.
Well, not a problem.
No, I think our listeners appreciate you. My point is we still had 8 new listeners or 8 downloads last week. And we didn't put something out because of the hurricane. What's her name?
Idalia.
Idalia. Like at my show last night, a lady was talking about how it sounded like her black grandma and she wasn't scared of it because like she was going to make her some good collard greens.
Freaking Idalia.
Yeah, you're really far away from the mic now. Your thing's kind of falling down some. It's okay. We'll end this on a note of Daniel saying thanks for joining us and join us back next week. And I will say the same thing. We appreciate you guys. We're going to keep making these episodes for you. And if you like anything or don't like anything, let us know. If you want to hear something new, let us know. And yeah, come back for another episode of the Weekend Rundown.
Appreciate it, guys.